Well, good morning, traders. What an absolute bloodbath in the alt space last night. I hope you had your stops on and had watched my previous video that I put out just yesterday. In fact, the caption was alts are showing bear flags, and that proved to be truer than I expected. But I want to cover today what is taking place in the crypto space. I'm going to jump right in here just to update you quickly. Bitcoin is still holding that $25,200 to $300 mark. All right, we're back in the neckline area. This is actually very good for Bitcoin. I wanted to see us in this green triangle, this backwards green triangle. I wanted to see us hang around inside there for at least 3 or 4 days, and we haven't. The bulls are just too strong. They have not allowed the bears to take us down there, consolidate, and accumulate. All right, so again, it looks like the bulls want to take us right back up into this descending wedge, which, as I noted yesterday, is the start of a formation of a handle on a larger cup and handle pattern, which will be explosive for Bitcoin if we break to the top side of 30,500. And you guys have heard me talk about that. You know all about that. All right, so the other coin that is holding strong, of course, is Ethereum. This is the ETH BTC chart. Oh, by the way, you can see up there, I made it easier for you guys to see what chart I'm on. So I have a little frame that zooms into the particular ticker that I click to. So you'll always see that heading at the top left corner. And Ethereum is holding strong above this bullish descending wedge. We always expect a retest, right, guys? We like to come back, kiss mama goodbye, and that is exactly what we're doing with Ethereum here. Let's just take a look at the Ethereum chart since I'm speaking on the topic, and look at this, guys. Back to that neckline, testing that perfectly and using that as support. Again, very bullish for Ethereum. I know there's a lot of negative news and FUD out there, and you don't want to hear bullish talk right now, but for Ethereum at least, and for Bitcoin, this is looking very good for them. I'm going to take a look at Litecoin next after I jump to the total 2 chart, because I just want to see what is going on here. All right, so we had Adam and Eve pattern. I think that Adam and Eve pattern is still intact. I'm going to have to do some research on that. With this drop below the 200-day moving average, really takes us down quite a bit. So I'm going to have to take a closer look at the total market cap and just see what is going on here, what we can expect in the future. This Adam and Eve pattern was very bullish for all the alts, but with this drop below the 200-day, I'm going to have to reconsider that. Okay, next chart here is Litecoin. Of course, we had this bullish wedge, and I wanted to see us come down and touch the 200-day moving average in the bottom of this triangle. We did do that, and more. All right, so the question is, how high is your risk tolerance on a 1 to 10 scale? Because we know the SEC is coming after altcoins. Just how many of those altcoins is it going to take out before the bloodbath is done? I personally don't think Litecoin is one of those. I think it will remain, and thus I did not even put a stop on my Litecoin long that I made the other day. I don't plan on doing that. I don't plan on doing that with Ethereum. I don't plan on doing that with Bitcoin. I'm just going to leave those trades ride because those are large cap in the crypto space coins that can be held. Now, Ape, which is the next coin I'm going to cover here, I did put a stop on, and you can see that stop was right at 49 cents. I got stopped out there. I will update my my spreadsheet as well as my what is it called? The I'm drawing a blank here. Drops tab. My public portfolio, which, by the way, links will be in the description for. You can follow me on those. So I will update that. I did get stopped out of that. First lost out of 21. I think that's the 21st. Okay, first lost out of 21 trades. So I made 20 green trades in a row, and this is a red one for a loss. I'll take it. I'm glad I put in the stop for that. All right, let's cover what could potentially be good deals here, guys, with this bloodbath. I know everybody is in fear mode, but isn't that the time to buy? And we have to think about, specifically, I like to stick with proof of work coins in a bear market, because the SEC is going to label everything else as a security, right? And they're going after alts right now. The U.S. is really the driver of crypto until the world gets off the dollar reserve, which will probably happen in the future with BRICS and everything else. This is why you have to be aware of the whole macroeconomic perspective, like what's going on in the world, because right now the US dollar is the driver with cryptocurrency. Now, if the SEC comes after crypto like they have done and labels everything a security that is proof of stake, and then they say, well, everything that is proof of work is is antithetical or is against our green agenda. Now they've just dismissed all of crypto, but that's the US only. At some point in the future, the way the US is going, we are going to lose our status as the world power. All right. So we're not going to be influencing NATO as much. We're not going to have the petrodollar to rely on. And this is all going to influence crypto, because now other countries who are going to potentially be less severe on crypto will have the power and influence on prices. All right, so we have to understand this whole macroeconomic picture, what's going on in the U.S., how the economy is basically being blown up from the inside out. And if you can understand that and how it influences crypto, and then what the turnaround is for crypto, countries like El Salvador using it as their currency, et cetera, et cetera. Those are going to be the drivers in the future. Now, it will be slow for crypto to recover if the U.S. really does nab crypto as they're trying to do. The positives, as I mentioned yesterday, are that the courts are going to force the SEC finally to quit being so vague about their communications to the crypto space. All right, they're going to be forced into a position to provide clarity and rules for crypto, and this could potentially be a very good thing for crypto. So you have to understand what's happening on the larger scale to help eliminate and alleviate, maybe some of the fears that you have. Now, still, crypto is a very obviously risky space. You're either going to make it big or break it. All right. So you don't want to be throwing money here at this time into crypto that you're not willing to lose. But if you throw a little bit in and crypto survives, it could be big. All right, enough on that topic. This is Ape. I've got stopped out. We'll update the charts after the video here. BCH, all right. I wanted to see us come down to the bottom of the triangle. We have done that, and much, much more. Those who were able to nab a deal down here. My gosh, you guys, you got a great deal, I think. Now, I'm talking as if we won't go down much further. That's my current perspective. I could be wrong about that, but with Ethereum and Bitcoin holding their levels and showing good signs of bullishness. And really, I've said this all along. Bitcoin, the bears just can't take it below that 25,300 for the last almost 3 months now. I've been saying we need to come down there and touch that level. And the bears have not even been able to do that in 3 months. All right. So very bullish on Bitcoin. However, we still do have to tackle that $30,500 mark. All right. That's big resistance up ahead. Anyways, all of that bullishness influences the larger cap alts to some degree. BCH is a proof of work larger cap alt. All right. So that's one that I would be interested in. Ape is not, one that I'm looking to re-enter again, because it's not. It is classified in one of those alts that SEC will be going after. Now, Sand I have on the chart only because Hong Kong has emphasized more leniency towards altcoins. So even though all of these smaller cap alts are going to be highly influenced by the news as it is digested around the world, Sand, I still believe Sand will survive, because it is definitely one of those that Hong Kong. In fact, I could take this. I'm just seeing this here. Might as well do this live with you guys on the camera so you can see what I'm going to do here. Drop the bottom of that triangle down, and I'm actually going to expand this triangle here. Don't know if that's going to be the case, but that is a level there, so might as well make it the bottom of this triangle. All right, so we've got a touch on the top again, touch on the bottom, another touch maybe on the top in the future, another touch on the bottom before we break out. It's going to be a while, but that's to be expected. Arbitrum. All right, so my gosh, you guys, you got a very good deal on Arbitrum if you're willing to risk it for the biscuit. All these alts are the same thing. Now, XRP, surprise, I didn't know what was going to take it down to the target entry area. This was it. This big shakeout in crypto. Look at this. Entered right into that target area, touched the 50-day moving average, exactly bounced. All right. Still a very bullish pattern here on XRP. Very bullish. So Ripple's looking to form that right shoulder, and the market thinks there's going to be positive ruling on this case, which is going to be ruled on very soon. The market is expecting that, according to this chart. Okay, H bar came down to its target entry area. If I zoom in here, you can see I have it marked. All right, and we're going to, looks like we're going to come back over that support. This is exactly what I said in yesterday's video. We could drop down below that triangle, come back up in it, and that looks bullish for H bar. But again, with the SEC tackling these what they call securities, anything that they want to really throw anything that is not proof of work into the securities category so that they can regulate that. Anything that is proof of work, they're going to decry as bad for the environment, causing global warming, and that's how they take out crypto. Will it work? It remains to be seen. This is a high-risk scenario in crypto. This is why it's high risk, because the U.S. is the dominant force right now, attempting to wreck everything intentionally, in my opinion. All right, Matic came way below our target entry area. Lots of deals, guys. But hopefully you guys had, look at this one. Algo came down to the bottom of the triangle. Actually hit that level, went back up into the triangle, which is often what happens. This is a bullish triangle. Algo right now is showing strength, or signs of bullishness. Yeah, strength, because it came down to the level, bounced, now is forming this hammer sort of candle. So there, you've got some. I don't look at where the RSI is. My gosh, you guys, this may be one that I step into just for kicks. It's at 10 cents right now, and we were up at look at this. We were up at 240. All right, so that is 24x. If it gets back up there again, which it very well could, depending on how the SEC case plays out and rules. So this is pretty interesting, guys. ADA is one, of course, they're not going to like Charles. The SEC hates Charles because he's always speaking out on what is taking place, educating the public. So SEC has ruled that ADA or Cardano is a security. And look at what has happened to Cardano. It is just dropping like crazy. This is pretty interesting stuff, guys, to see this one last shakeout, which, you know, like I said yesterday, bear flags were showing all around in the alts. I did not expect it to play out like this, but here we are. Solana, look at that. I doubted all along we would get that neckline retest. Look at this, guys. This is why I love charting, because it just shows you, you know, the charts will show you if you properly do your research and mark these levels out, these trend lines, these triangles. I was seeing bear flags everywhere else. We were sitting on support at the 200-day yesterday, and I thought, well, if everything else breaks, that 200-day is going to break. Maybe we do come down to that, do that neckline retest. Got it, nabbed it exactly, and look at our deals all around, guys, if you're willing to get into this and risk it. Dogecoin, I did not think it was going to come down and touch the bottom of that triangle. I became a doubter when it would not do that for the last 3 months. I've been saying we're going to come back down and touch that triangle. And it's just patience, guys. A lot of this is just patience. It even tries my patience to see this stuff play out. But here we are. Came back down, touched that multi-year level, which is the bottom of the triangle. I started this triangle way back in 21. Got it. All right. So there you go. And let's see what happened to BNB. All right. Fell below this support, which I started this channel here. I mentioned this yesterday. Started in June of last year. 1 year level of support. It looked like it was going to break because we had this bear flag here. And here we are. We've come down below it. And who knows what's going to happen with BNB now. I'll have to, if you guys are interested, throw some alts in the comments down there, and I'll do some live charting on these, and we can learn together. This is how I teach, because I don't have a lot of time to create these videos, so I just do it live, and I'll draw the the levels live. I'll draw the trend lines live. And that's the way I learned how to do charting, is just by watching people do it. And I hope that I can offer that kind of value in my videos as well. And you can learn with me. All right. So anyways, guys, great deals out there if you're willing to be risky. I may put in a couple more orders today on some of these proof of work alts, because I think those are the guys that are going to at least survive for the time being. Right now, the SEC is more or less going after the proof of stake type of cryptos. Proof of work will probably be next on the agenda, as they label anything they don't want a detriment to the global climate. And that includes crypto. That's the way they're going to tackle that. And that's the strategy that they're utilizing. It helps to know this, guys. I'm not saying this as to make a political statement. I'm just saying it as a fact. It's just what it is. If you don't like it, that's where you get involved in politics and do something about it. But right now, we're using this information, these straight up facts, to help us chart and navigate the crypto waters. And that's what we have to do. So we have to acknowledge what is actually going on, be truthful about it to ourselves, or we're going to make poor choices in our trades as well. All right. Hopefully that helps. Peace, guys. I will talk to you in the next video. Have a great weekend.